Except it's not what it was, but it's what it is right now, Let's talk about something interesting, something cool, something really nice in this video. Nobody talks about these ones. The days you don't post, the videos you delete, the silence after you upload. Nobody talks about these things. Look, guys, creating content is very hard. Even doing YouTube, guys, it's very hard. It's not Wi-Fi slow hard. No, it's like you being punched in the face very hard. Imagine you wake up and you need to create content and upload because you noticed you haven't been regular, you haven't been consistent in a while. So now you have to create videos. But guess what? You have no content ideas, man. You have no content ideas and you just honestly don't feel like it. You don't feel up to it because it's draining, it's exhausting, But the clock is ticking, The clock is ticking. And then there's this thing in your head and you're saying, if I'm not posting, YouTube is going to put my channel on a back burner. People call it shadow ban. And it's going to be hard for me to get back the momentum and actually keep creating, Guys, creating content is hard. It's not easy. It's hard work, And if there's anyone out there, like this other video I saw someone say that it's easy work, I don't think it is. Honestly, I don't think it is. And because when it comes to creating content, especially when you're starting out, you have to hype yourself. Basically, you have to get inspiration, you have to motivate yourself, you have to get ideas yourself, and then you have to shoot. Because you have no team, now you have to edit these videos yourself, And so tell me again, easy? No, man. Creating content is hard. Now, the struggles. Some days you are motivated to create, but other days you are not. Those days, you're just surviving, man. You are human because you are imperfect. You have doubts. You're telling yourself, I can't do this, Because life happens. As an adult, you have bills to pay. You have responsibilities, you have this and that to do. And then the thought of creating content sort of makes things harder, And then you have that comparison trap where you see your peers or somebody else blowing up and you not. And then you're like, what am I doing wrong, Why is this thing not working out for me, It's crazy. But here's a surprising fact. Most content creators, most YouTubers that made it were about to quit before everything picked up, I've seen this and I've heard conversations and them saying this, that they got exhausted, they burned out and decided to quit just when they were about to. That's when things started picking up. So here on this platform, you don't get rewarded right away. You don't get rewarded immediately. You need to be patient, You need to stick it out basically because the reward doesn't happen instantly. So that is why, for me, I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. That is why when I create content, I don't wait for inspiration to kick in. I sometimes wake up unmotivated, but I still do it anyway. I look at creating content like brushing my teeth. It's a habit that I have now, that I just create, or I do something creative. I do something content created each and every day, sort of fuel my creative machine. Because in a way I love doing this, but I'm not saying that it's all easy because it does get exhausting, especially when I'm not seeing any results. I doubt myself, But some days I wake up, I do it anyway. I do it messy, you know. My videos are not perfect, at least not now anyway. That the quality of the videos is improving daily, but I created flawed and I upload it just like that. I'm not being too hard on myself because I understand that that's what this game of content creating is all about, you know. That is the way you make it easier on yourself by making a habit out of it, by making a routine out of it, by not being a perfectionist, by not being perfectionist, yes, by being by just doing it and just posing it, by clapping for yourself, by hyping yourself up and actually continuing to just create. So one simple tip I can share with you guys is, when you wake up and you are unmotivated to create, lower the bar. Lowering the bar simply means you create but less, you know. You create but less. Let's say, for instance, if you are able to record 3 videos a day, but that day you are not in the mood, just create 1 video, do 1 post, write 1 caption, whatever it is that you're doing, and just live your life, you know. So when I look at my videos and my content, and sometimes I see people comment on my videos, I'm like, okay, there is someone following my journey, there is someone watching my videos. I don't want to disappoint that person. So that little bit of motivation sort of keeps me going as well. I wake up and I create for those individuals, you know. I don't need to show up perfect, because this part of me, this time, this one now, is something that I get to look on later in life and be like, yo, so this is why I started, you know. This version of me, this one that is creating videos that are flopping right now, this is the vision that everybody looks at and appreciates. This is the vision that inspires someone to also pick up their camera and start creating, basically, you know. Yes, creating content is not easy. It is very, very hard. So what's your struggle? Tell me in the comments. Yes, what do you find is the difficult parts when it comes to creating content, be it on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, you know. Yeah, we in this together. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way to this part, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. I'm out.